I can do it, sure.
Okay.
Content warning. The following video contains material that may be harm. Fuck.
Okay, now it's my turn.
Hi, I'm Elmo.
Okay.
Content warning. The following video contains material that may be harmful or traumatizing to some audiences.
That's nice. Can they hear us right now? It's gonna be all good.
I never
It's
do
gonna
this,
be all
but I'm
good.
gonna do a cock and fire. It just kind of gets your juice up. It is gonna be all good. It is gonna be all good.
Literally is.
Who needs
I
it?
have a pain in my side, but that's okay. I've got a pain in my heart. I got a pain in my heart.
I've got a hunch that you've got a haunch.
Folks!
Oh my god. Oh.
It is good to see you.
Oh.
I was not expecting this.
Oh. I didn't see you there.
I didn't see you
Oh, I
there.
didn't see you there.
Of course that is in jest because this is the Brew with Brotherwife. This is Tyler. I'm Jeff. We're a band that is also a game show.
Happens to be a podcast.
Folks, we're trying to bring a little bit of our life into your world.
Our brew into your mouth.
How that was so obvious. How did we never?
That's why I'm like. That's why I'm like. I'm saying it in that way. I'm saying like.
Our brew into
what
your
the
mouth.
fuck is wrong?
Right. No, that's it. That's that. Very well.
Very well.
The,
I mean,
the
I'm
boy
gonna
quit
miss-
drinking for one day. He's goddamn
Sharp as a whip. Sharp as a whip. I'm a fucking ice pick.
Woo!
I don't know. I mean, I'm
That's-
gonna miss juice. I'll be honest. I'm gonna miss
Brew
juice.
sounds weird to me, but it makes literally the most sense.
What if we said our Bruce into your mouth?
Our oh, what if we said our brew juice?
Our brew juice
Our
into your
brew
mouth.
juice
I'm just
into your
imagining we
mouth.
have a little Bruce. We've got a little Bruce under the table.
I don't like Little Bruce.
Yeah.
Little
nobody-
Bruce is like Little Richard tried to be clone. Like it's Little Bruce.
Sure.
He's
It's
just got like one eye.
There's the
hanging.
OnlyFans sock water or bath water, but then there's the little Bruce bath water, and it's like you buy like the OnlyFans bath water as a gift to yourself, but you buy the little Bruce bath water as a
gift
weapon,
for a friend. Oh.
as a weapon against someone you really don't like.
Okay.
I don't know
okay.
what he does in that bath, but it has some punch to it. It has
yeah.
some. It's got a little bite.
He's
It's got a
making.
little kick.
He's making. Whoopee.
He's making whoopee in there. What is whoopee? That's a reference to.
I'm pretty no.
Is
You're
whoopee just a little?
Yeah, no. Whoopee is
a little
yeah.
jank
I think making whoopee is actually having sex.
Okay.
Let me see here. Bruce, pull that up. Can that be our guy? Can Bruce be our face,
Bruce
our
in the
fake
back.
producer?
Bruce in the back. Go ahead and pull that up. If we wind up liking Sheepoo, should we tell him about Sheepoo?
Is his name literally Sheepoo?
It's Ariful.
Why are you calling him Sheepoo?
That's his nickname.
You
That's what my mom calls me. Call me Sheepoo.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right. You
yeah.
did tell me that.
If we wind up, I'm wondering, can we have a digital set manager? Like, we probably could have somebody remote control my computer, steal all the money from the business, steal all the money from my
Yeah.
personal account,
We-
and run the set at the same time.
Yeah,
You know?
right. We've been experimenting with hiring freelancers, and 2 times. Granted, it was with the same person, so I don't know if this makes this better or worse. But Tyler has accidentally screen shared and then entered all of his
Fat
credit
John,
card credentials.
I realized that I did it to you again, Fat John. I realized that I did
Of
it
course,
to you again.
Fat John
John's
will
gonna
watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a boy, Fat John, that
We
is
got
going to
a
be
boy.
helping us cut clips, and he is a phenom.
He is a phenom.
And
I'm
we
really
are
stoked
fucking
to be
stoked
working
on him.
with-
So,
and
FJ
Fat John, just in case there's a culture barrier here and you think phenom is something super gay, it's actually
no, phenom, that's a pretty good compliment.
really gay. No, it means phenomenal. It means
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Actually,
Yeah.
I never put that together.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Man, I didn't know what goat was until like fucking 10 days ago.
You didn't know
I
about
didn't
that?
know what goat. I just was like,
So when people said goated, because I know you've heard that, you were like, yeah,
I would imagine
farms
like
are
goatsy.
industrious.
I imagine like goatsy. I was always like,
what is goatsy?
Oh,
What is goatsy?
I
By the
wish-
way, I have some shit to tell you that you
got
were
some shit to
fucking
tell
wrong
me?
about
Ooh!
a while back. But you were. Was it true that you were trying to say that an elk was a deer?
Yeah.
Yeah, elks are not deer. Elk is an elk.
An elk is a male deer.
No, motherfucker, they're not. They're not. Elk is entirely different. You're thinking buck, and you're thinking doe. An elk, yeah. Lean back. Literally, though. You fought me so hard, and I gave such...
I looked it up!
You looked up no such.
I looked it up!
Let's
we're going
let's
online.
Make sure, let's make sure we're not fucked. Let's
Look
make
with
sure
display.
we're not fucked.
Look with display. Oh, it's my bank details again. Son of a bitch. You guys are getting the infinite.
Oh, wait. Okay. I might be fucked here. Buck versus elk. Is an elk a buck? Elk generally have a long head with large ears. The adult male known as a buck. So that's a buck elk. That's a buck elk. There could be buck deer as well. Folks, if you know if elk and bucks
I have a feeling
is the same.
I have a feeling that an elk is a buck is a deer. But a deer is the female. I've got a feeling that an elk is a buck is a deer. That was not how I wanted this to go.
Deer and elk have significant differences. So here we go. Deer and elk have significant size differences. Elk can weigh several hundred pounds more and stand 2 to 4 feet taller than deer. Elk males also have a different appearance, with a lighter back and hindquarters and a darker reddish brown neck and head. Female elk are reddish brown color without a color variation. Both male deer and elk have antlers. Adult bull elk antlers are typically significantly larger than white-tailed deer antlers and branch beyond the ears. However, young...
The elk or rapiti is one of the largest species within the deer family.
I saw that too.
Cervidae! And one of the largest territorial mammals in its native range on North America and Central and East Asia.
Wait, but it's part of the deer family. But that doesn't mean that... Like, there's several things that are part of the same family. But then they have differentiations.
But it's deer. I mean, it's a deer. It's fucking part of the deer
It said
family.
deer family?
Deer family, bro.
Where... Oh, Jesus.
Cervidae.
Within the deer... Cervidae.
Fuck. Okay, what are you gonna do?
Alright, I just got Cervidae.
Yeah, you just got Cervidae!
You sucker just got Cervidae.
Okay, I
All
need
right.
you to do something... What's something really nasty you can put in your mouth for like 30 seconds?
Somebody, like, ill-advised me that I was...
This is a walrus tooth.
Alright.
I want you to put it in your mouth for 10 seconds. Actually, 30 seconds while I do ASMR. 20 seconds. We'll compromise. Does that work for you?
Can I do 17?
Sure.
Alright.
Yeah, that works.
Walrus tooth.
He's not putting it all the way in his mouth because he doesn't take this show seriously. He's got no guts, he's got no gusto, and he doesn't even know what a fucking deer is. Folks, should I kill him on live air right now? Or should I just let him live in my shadow?
Is that 17 seconds? Oh, he did it! That's 17 seconds. That's enough. You guys, I want you to know that is really gross. Here, let's pull it out. You put it all the way in. He put it all the way in. Are you going to go rinse your mouth out? Yeah, he should, because, I mean, honestly, that is a lot worse than you think it is. That is a fucking, like, walrus tooth. And I didn't, like, buy it from a store. I don't know what this is, but it's from a living animal. And I got it on the beach. And it has not been clean. So, I mean, we got to give him some props here. Can we get a round of applause for Jeffrey Michael Hennings? No shadows for him. He's as bright as the sun. He can own it when he's wrong, except for when he thinks he's right, you know? But he can own it when he's wrong after he thinks he's right, after he finds out he's wrong again. And that's a pretty big deal. And that's why we love him. Oh, folks, it might be a little bit. He probably wants to clean his mouth out pretty good. I don't know if you guys have heard of prion disease, but like that seems like something where you could get a couple prions in there. Prion disease, we've talked about it a couple times. Prion disease does a lot of weird stuff to you. It can make it so that you can never sleep again. It has to do with the folding of proteins in the brain. It's a really fucked up disease. It attacks you on the protein folding level, which is a very basic level. But we have Jeff back. Jeff, do you have a prion disease or no prion disease? It's probably going to take a little while to tell.
Are prions probably gonna get fucked because of that.
I mean, are you gonna get fucked because of prions? Is really the question.
What?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I found it on the beach.
All right.
I do like it a lot.
No, yeah. Hey, you know, folks, don't challenge whether or not I care about you. I'm like a weird stepdad.
He's like a weird stepdad.
I fucking will go the distance and then some.
Go the distance and then some, and if he gets too drunk on a Friday night, he might make a pass at you if you're over the age of 16. He'll wait until you're over 16, but he might make a pass at you.
Of course. Oh my god.
And if you've got any walrus teeth lying around, you will fucking chuff those down. This stepdad will chuff those walrus teeth. He's gonna go rinse his mouth out one more time for good measure. Oh, so folks...
I just wanted to rinse one more time.
I get it. Here's a Bush NA. Folks, I quit drinking this week. This is my fifth day, maybe? Fourth day or fifth day, no alcohol. So, in memory
I'm proud of you.
of my... Thank you. In memory
I'm proud of you,
my prominent alcoholism, I'm going to pound a non-alcoholic beer right now.
Yeah. I'm not far behind you. With the weed, of course.
I wonder, it's 0.5% alcohol.
Oh, Jesus
God.
Christ.
Okay, so something bad happened to like my throat. You know, I've had throat problems for a while now.
You have Globus disease.
Globus sensation. Folks, if you don't know what Globus is, it's your worst fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a cat hair, a dog hair stuck in your throat? Have you ever had just with facial hair? A mustache. You get mustache hairs in your mouth, right?
Sometimes I usually trim my stuff at the lip.
I do too.
You trying to fuck me, bro?
I'm trying to fuck you, bro. Can you not tell? I do too. Is it pretty messy?
No, it's good. It's good. I go above the lip while to be honest with you, you have a more robust stash. I have a more manageable situation as I am half Mexican.
She's quick growing.
And of course 10% West African.
I'm trying to think about how many West Africans I know with like intense mustaches. I think Mexicans have sparse facial hair, don't they?
They do not have a lot in the department of the facial hair.
I think you kind of have to get to Grandpa Winter. It's not Grandpa Winter. Father Winter? What? Fucking Santa Claus? Somebody. You have to get to like
the guy from Anthrax.
The guy from Anthrax.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Head PE? No, I don't.
Oh, there's a guy from Anthrax. He's got a bald head and he's got a beard and it's
Is
just
it white? Is it big white?
It's iconic. It's white now and it was iconic. And it just... Did you ever watch those shows like Best Week Ever? Or like...
What's
on
Best Week Ever?
Okay, so on VH1 there was all these like shows that basically... It's kind of weird because they were just taking nostalgia, you know, and just making it a show. Okay. So it'd be like, I love the 70s, I love the 80s, I love the 90s. Do you know about this? Okay. So they would just like talk about topical things from the 90s. Okay. They'd do like, this episode is 1991, and then they'd like talk... And they'd have all these like... You know, weird comedians on there, and then like
So it's a smorgasbord.
It's a smorgasbord, yeah.
It's a smorgasbord.
So I learned about like the comedian Ant through that. You folks that know, fucking the guy from Anthrax.
If you know, you know.
Paul F. Tompkins.
No, it sounds like you're saying his name right.
Paul. No, I'm pretty sure it's Paul F. Tompkins.
Well, no, I know. I have no idea how to say his name, but Tompkins just. I'm thinking Hunter S. Thompson. Paul F. Tompkins.
Oh, sure.
Hunter S. Thompson.
Right.
I don't know.
And it's probably not even his real name.
Tompkins, probably.
It's probably like Gene Schwartz
that's fun.
or something.
I like that. I like, a throwback. You can understand your parents a little bit better. You can understand your grandparents a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's almost like history, but just for media.
Yeah, but Best Week Ever, they did it basically, they did a recap of the week. Best Week Ever. Every week was the best week ever with this cavalcade of folks. It was... I don't know. I'd like to watch some, and I feel like
it's almost what we do a little bit, except ours is just excessive violence.
Yeah. Speaking of, I mean, should we?
Things happened to us. Yeah,
one thing that we do
on the Brew is we read violent news. Folks.
We do. We read you the news, folks, that you want to hear.
I got a hankering and a pankering.
By the way, the gentleman that shot up them folks over in Maine, the gentleman, he's been declared dead.
He killed himself. He gone done killed
We're
himself.
I'm not even reading a news story. We're just talking.
Yeah, we're just talking about the news.
Yeah,
it's starting to like really like set in. You know,
yeah.
We are the news.
We are the news. We are the info source that you can trust because, folks, we care about you. One, knowing what's going on in the fucked up world jungle that we live in, and then two, knowing that we're here to add some levity to the slaughter.
If you can't laugh while
Then
you're
leave.
watching your friends, your relatives, your people, your species get obliterated by each other, then what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing on this planet? Don't look. Don't ever look.
That is the one time that I was looking.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. What, you're normally looking at something else.
The time. Or the comments. Folks.
Way too early for the
so
time.
people have been reporting that they cannot comment. Or like their comments are getting... Is there anything we can... TT is our tech guy. TT does the tech ops, and I'm just wondering... And that doesn't release me from culpability
I mean,
here.
what I could do is I could do something like this, and we could go something like this.
Oh, Shane Burleson. Okay, biggest apologies. Why apologies? That's what I'm wondering.
This boy, he called in while we were on the brew, and they said, "Oh shit, you're live right now."
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I did see that he called, but then I was thinking maybe he was like, "Hey, your audio's not working" or something. Folks, just so you know, to make whoopee is to have sex, but the first that's the second definition. The first definition that came up was celebrate wildly. So you can make whoopee without
Festival
fucking.
fever is here again at the prospects of making big whoopee. That was the line, guys.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
I added the big in for making big whoopee. So
that would have been better than whatever the fuck that was.
I know.
All right,
What's happened this week? Who's died? Who's killed who? Oh, I love bashing.
Florida man bashes woman's head into tree stump because she woke him up on her way to the bathroom. And it doesn't even say, some of these news headlines are so lazy, it doesn't even say deputies report, it just says deputies. As in, here's a word as well.
So we can say for sure she didn't die, because they would have said she bashes her head to death into a tree stump. You know, like murders a woman by bashing head into. So she's not dead.
No, she's not dead.
She might even be. She might even be kosher. She might even be better than she was before. If
Right.
She gets a nice lawsuit going here.
Absolutely. I mean, there could be actually a big change for things for her.
Absolutely.
It could be
upward trend.
A man was arrested after he allegedly bashed, quote, a woman's head into a tree stump because she woke him up on her way to the bathroom, according to the Marion County Sheriff's Office. Eric Barr was arrested and charged with domestic aggravated battery after the incident that unfolded Friday at the Silver Spring State Park campsite, according to the arrest affidavit. Deputies on routine patrol in the area...
Campsites
Campsites
are kind of a risky, like you go there to have fun, but it's like...
Yeah.
There are other people there, and they're separated from you by a fucking literal millimeter of tent fabric. And you are separated from them by 1 millimeter.
I like camping. I like the idea of being self-sufficient, just going and doing that. I hate the tent.
Yeah.
The tent's insanely cold in the morning, no matter what your situation is.
And it's scary!
It's so scary. You're not protected from... We've talked about this before, folks.
You're not protected from
Somebody can bifurcate your entire goddamn body with a motherfucking sword if they wanted to.
One sword, one
doesn't
chop,
even matter.
tent down, spine down,
Literally
body
does
down,
not
knee
matter.
down, fucking,
If they have enough torque...
It is literally the fucking magic trick separating somebody in a box, except it's just...
Except for it's just you at a state park.
Sawing somebody in a tent in half.
Getting
You
eaten
don't
by
go back
foxes.
together. Getting eaten by foxes? Honestly, if I was going to get chopped in half at a fucking state park, I would want to get eaten by foxes.
Well, you gotta give back.
I love foxes.
Yeah?
Yeah, foxes are very cool.
So I was just on the road and I saw a couple foxes.
Living foxes?
Scurrying across the road.
You know what's nice? I don't think I've ever seen a dead goddamn fox in my entire fucking life.
I mean, they don't do that.
They don't
They
fucking
are
do that.
able to kind of pick and choose their
There's
time.
two options. One, we've killed so many foxes, there's no foxes left to kill.
Right.
Which feels kind of
Dude,
like...
I actually saw a fox up close and in person in Alaska. It was like a fucking dog.
Really?
It was amazing. It was
Okay.
a beautiful
Okay.
fox. Alaska is crazy.
Yeah.
There are so
Untamed.
There are so many bald eagles. They're like pests. They're literally like pests. It's
They're
fucking
like, can you
insane.
please fucking not make
They're
this our federal
everywhere.
bird?
Well, and it's funny because when they're young, they have these brown feathers, so they literally look like these dirty little disgusting things. They get majestic as they get older.
Sure.
Yeah. The ball, and you know,
They're very violent creatures. I watched two
it's
bald
nice.
eagles repeatedly dive on a flock of ducks that were on the water, And the ducks, when the birds would dive, they would submerge, and then they would come back up for air, and then the eagle would dive again. There were 2 eagles. They were diving, alternating diving. And after about 5 minutes of doing this, one duck just fucking came up in the wrong time, and the eagle got it, brought it to the beach, and the 2 eagles literally just tore it into shreds.
Oh,
fucking wings torn off, fucking head, and they tore one of the wings off, and it was like still chilling. It was like, oh god, what the fuck, my wing, you know, like it was pretty brutal. It was pretty brutal.
I think there's a cockroach that like lives for like 7 minutes after you cut its head off. Like it just still is alive somehow. It's like
I like that.
I'm pretty sure it's the cockroach.
I mean, octopuses have their brains,
It's octopi,
you know.
right?
Octopi?
Octopi.
Oh, I think maybe you're right. I think maybe it is.
Cactus, cacti.
Cactus, cacti, octopus, octopi.
That was one of the things that you liked as a kid. One of those little things that's like, I actually know things.
Yeah. Well, and then occasionally you
That
add the I to the end of things where it shouldn't as a cute thing, and you're
of
like,
course,
oh.
of course, of
Poop
course.
eye. You wouldn't do it to
And then
poop
your
eye.
parents, if they didn't hit you,
They fucking should
They
have.
really should have.
Yeah, and not like a slap
No.
or like a fucking nose punch. Nose punch or donkey punch.
Yeah,
Did your parents ever donkey punch you
What
guys?
was the weirdest way that your parents ever disciplined you? I've got one that's weird. I can go weird or just graphic, but I'll go weird.
I think they did soap once.
In the mouth?
They did belt, yeah.
That's pretty common.
That's common.
Soap, common, belt,
I'm trying
common.
to think. I mean, probably
Is there
the
anything
weirdest one for
atypical?
me. The weirdest one for me, and this may not be atypical, but I was jerking off, and I had like a, you know, it wasn't even a nudie magazine. I was in Hawaii. I was like 14, and I was like, hot babes calendar. Hell yeah.
Okay.
This is gonna. So I had tucked it underneath the toilet paper that sat on the top of the shelf.
Oh, wait, where did you find the calendar?
Just at some shop, and I just bought
bought
it on
it?
my own, and I
You
brought
bought it
back.
secretly?
I bought it secretly, and I brought it back. Yeah, I guess
That was
I
like,
did-
okay, so did you go into the store looking for something to get?
I honestly, I can't remember, but probably not. I just probably
You
saw it.
kinda
Was
caught
like,
your fancy?
I'm gonna jerk off to that, like very quickly.
When you're on a trip and you have your own money as a kid,
Yeah,
you
no.
really start making some
You get
decisions.
that? We talk about Newcomb. We talk about Newcomb
Oh,
sometimes.
we talk about.
We talk about Newcomb a lot. Maybe we talk
We
about
talk
it a
about
little bit too
Newcomb.
much.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I had it up there for probably 2 years. My parents were Mormon, and so like when they bought toilet paper, they needed like a flatbed trailer. Like it was it was like strapped down.
So you
like,
bought it.
It was
in
a big deal.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
You brought it back.
Contraband, fucking bring it back.
Did you declare it?
They're like, there's a lot of biological substances on that. We're gonna have to fucking have the dog sniff it.
Something's not sitting
Something's
right
not
here.
right.
Something
But
smells fishy.
Something smells fishy. It's the old cum. And that's not a new cum. That's an old cum. But
Big difference.
I get it back, and there's always more toilet paper, and there's always more. And one day, we ran out of toilet paper, and I never knew that running out of toilet paper would
Was
have
a thing,
consequences
yeah.
like this. I didn't know it was a thing, and I didn't know it would ever have
Right.
consequences other than not being able to wipe my
God.
ass. They made me go to the bishop
Oh my
of
God.
our church and talk to him about jerking off.
Wow.
Which I thought was pretty,
Which probably
pretty
made
gay.
the
I
bishop
didn't
get
like
all
that.
hot and bothered.
Well, so here's the fun thing about this guy. I'm not gonna dox him, but I'd love to. I'd love
Oh my
to.
gosh.
But
What's
he
this
has
guy's
the gall to
situation?
talk to me about jerking off, and then it turns out he was
Oh, yeah.
spunking his freaking his assistant. He had a front desk lady that he was spunking, spunking right in her, spunking right in her.
He was making whoopee.
He was making
and he was
whoopee.
not cheering at a
He
festival.
was not cheering at a festival.
Happily.
He may have been celebrating while he made Big Whoopee.
But
So he was making Big Whoopee while making Big Whoopee.
yes, absolutely, and you
Yeah.
can do that.
And if you
just learn.
fart, I mean, is Whoopee a
That's
fart too?
just a whoopee cushion.
That's a whoopee
But
cushion.
okay, have you ever heard the term Bronx cheer? That's like a fart, I guess. Because I remember when I was young, I used to read all these like joke books, and I liked like joke props and stuff, and I got a
He's a comedian, folks.
fucking
Comedian.
What are we doing here?
So
are we?
sue him.
Are you not entertained? We had at least 1 or 2 funny moments, I think.
We should probably
I hope.
something like that. I need to drink
God
non-alcoholic beer.
God damn.
Bronx
Bronx
roar,
cheer.
Bronx cheer.
Bronx cheer. Yeah, that on the whoopee cushion, it was like sit on the whoopee cushion and it'll sound like you made a Bronx cheer or something like that. Let me see.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that sticks with you, and you're like, I don't need to know this shit.
As a kid,
I
I
don't
was
need
just...
to fucking know this shit.
A sound
This
of
is dumb as
derision
fuck.
or contempt made by blowing through closed lips with the tongue between them. A raspberry. That's not a... Okay, well, I guess that is...
It is a fart noise.
I never thought the whoopee cushion sounded like a fart.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Actually,
I loved whoopee cushions.
Dude.
I loved whoopee cushions and I loved pranks.
Pranks.
I loved pranks.
Pranks. Did you pull any fun pranks?
The funnest pranks I ever pulled that also happened to be the worst pranks were pulling the chair out from underneath people. And I did it twice, and both times everyone
You had to
was
speak
like,
to the bishop.
what the fuck is wrong with you? You're like a violent criminal now. You're like a violent fucking... Like, they took me out of the class. They, like, fucking... It was a big fucking deal. They're like, you're a bad person. You're a fucking bad... You guys ever play, What was that game that's on Xbox? You can be a good...
Bully?
No.
Oh, Fable?
Fable! You guys ever play
We could
Fable?
spend the entire
We
goddamn
fucking
brew
talk
talking about
all
Fable.
All day.
I did not play very many games growing up aside from Madden football, but Fable...
Dude.
Give me a hug over Fable.
Yeah,
Give me a hug.
want to. I'm going
Fable
to.
1 and 2 were really
Fuck
good.
Fable 3.
Fuck it to
Fable
death.
3.
Weird.
Yeah, they just...
Give the
why'd they
people
add
what
the
they
gun?
want.
Why'd they add the gun? There's no guns. It's Fable.
It's Fable.
Are there guns in Fables? No.
I do not think so.
Not...
Fables
Sometimes there
are... I mean, yeah, but
Yeah,
you want it to
occasionally
be
there
more
are.
whimsical.
I want it to be a whimsical
I'm still a
Fable.
fucking kid!
I'm still a kid. But yeah, they basically were like, okay, so here's the deal. You need to sign this waiver, and you're on a fucking watch list. Like, this is essentially
because
a
of
sex
pulling the
crime.
chair out.
This is essentially a sex crime.
Wait, really?
It's
Or are
gonna
you
take
joking?
10 years to get out of
You're
fucking...
joking.
Yeah, I'm joking. No, but it was a big fucking deal. Everyone made me feel really bad. And here's what really broke my
Probably
heart.
should have, though.
The teacher, I get it. Fuck me up. Ride me hard.
Okay.
But all the kids, come on! Somebody fucking laugh, okay? Not a single kid laughed. Not a single fucking kid.
Are you serious?
They all,
Are you
at
serious?
one time, just turned and looked at me like this. There's the worst. And the fucking
my
worst part is
God.
that I did it a second time. I did it once and I was like, there's no fucking way this goes that bad a second time.
You're like, this is funny.
This is funny.
This is funny.
It wasn't
I'm imagining
funny.
that this is what we're doing now. Like, this is funny.
Okay, yeah. No, I don't. I mean, it's,
And
I guess
everybody's
it's
giving the same
bully.
reaction.
Yeah. No, it was trash. If like 2 kids would have laughed, I would have felt okay.
You would have
about
been
it.
like, okay, I'm cool.
But
I'm
afterwards, I
Everybody else
literally-
is pussies.
I felt so dirty. I felt like I did something like.
So
bad
the
to an
second
animal.
time, what was the gap? How long did you wait until you were like, I
It
gotta
was
try
like
to
probably
get
at least 2 years. It was probably 2 years. It was probably 2 years.
You're like, I've thought about it. I've ruminated over what I did wrong. I have a
know
new
how to make this
approach.
funny.
Did you try
I'm gonna
anything?
fucking-
Did you try anything different?
I just laughed really hard.
The
really
second
hard.
time?
Yeah.
He's
And
like-
it didn't pan out. It didn't fucking make nobody
the
laughed.
second time you were like, I gotta
I'll
start.
be my own laugh track. I'll be my own laugh track. And they're like, "What the
I
fuck
just
is
don't
this?"
understand. I just don't understand how pulling a chair out from somebody is funny.
You don't?
Not particularly. Like, what is the joke? Like
They thought there was a chair there and they fucking eat shit. I don't know.
But it's painful.
It is, yeah. Well, and here's what I'll say. Later in life, I did actually fall out of I was sitting on and I'll never forget this. I was sitting on a computer chair like this, bouncing back and forth, and thinking
This is
about
the
my
top?
doorbell.
This is the top?
When you gonna? Yeah, this is the
Okay,
top. I was sitting on the
okay.
back. When you gonna ring it? When you gonna ring it? I've been thinking about my doorbell. When you gonna ring it? And then the chair fucking flips out from underneath me, and I land so hard on my ass.
Oh.
I had my parents put a dog bed in the back of the minivan. And fucking loaded me up sideways while I'm like shrieking.
Are you serious?
And took me to the hospital, yeah.
Oh my god.
And I don't even know if I had like a fracture or anything.
You just had it was an ouchie.
They
You
were
had a
like,
big
I
ouchie.
had a big ouchie.
Oh my
I was like
God.
fucking 13 too at that point.
That's so
And so the
You
poor
learn about
8-year-old
shit
and
really
10-year-old
quick.
that I fucking pulled the chair out from, I'm like, I get it now. I get why nobody liked that.
Well, I told you that I've talked about this once before in the brew. When I was in Virginia Beach, 5th grade, I'm 11, all black school,
Yeah.
black teacher, Wesley Snipes in a vest, and I'm mouthing off to him, and I mouth off to him, and I turn my back, and then he just pulls the chair out. I felt like I had died.
Did anyone laugh that time?
Everybody was like, ooh, because black. Everyone was black.
Yeah.
So it was like animated. They were like,
Yeah.
ooh, and they were like, oh, shit, whatever. And they started freestyling and no, but it was I felt so like
So
not
humiliated?
secure. I was not even humiliated. I was like, is he gonna fuck my shit up?
No, is he gonna like?
Like I'm like, how can you?
Ground and pound
How
me
is that?
now?
Like you've broken my barriers of what I thought was something to anticipate. Like I had no.
Yeah, no.
I didn't even. I was stunned.
Shatters reality.
Literally. I wanted to talk about campsites though because we were talking about campsites earlier. So as these folks may or may not know, I just was on a very long. These great folks, God we love you. On a long road trip, and
22 days.
17.
17.
But we stayed at a bunch of campsites, and there's like some that are obviously better than others. Our first night, we stayed at a campsite, and it actually was the best one. It kind of set our expectations a little bit. Yeah. I kind of, can I share something?
Absolutely.
Can I share something? Like, I just feel bad about the way I treated this campsite. It's such a nice campsite.
What'd you do?
You said something you felt bad about.
Did you? Oh, about pulling the chairs out?
Yeah.
I don't really feel bad about that.
You don't feel bad about that to this day?
I don't feel bad about
Okay, I was because
there's things in my life I feel bad about.
Are you
I don't
serious?
Feel bad about
You don't feel bad about that?
I feel
I
feel rueful about it. I feel rueful.
Oh, that's a great word, but what is it?
Thank you. I think it. And I'm
Is
not
it like
100%
you're
sure
you're like oh, you need to be vindicated almost?
Yeah. You'll rue the
Rueful?
day. You rue the day.
You'll
Can
rue
you look
the
up
day.
rueful really quick?
That's,
He's looking it
Bruce, can you look that
up.
up?
I feel little Bruce in the back,
Rueful,
in the bath.
Brucey boy.
Little Bruce in the bath in the back. Can you look that up, little Brucey boy?
Yeah, he's in the bath, hoping that laptop don't fall in there.
Okay, rueful. Is
Rueful.
rueful not a Yui.
Is it Yui?
Yeah.
Rueful.
Is rueful not a
notification.
fucking word?
Wait.
Is rueful not a fucking
No.
word?
It is.
Rueful.
Expressing sorrow or regret, especially when in slightly humorous way.
Oh, fuck, I'm not rueful at all then. I'm vengeful.
Yeah,
I'm vengeful. I want to hunt down all those kids that didn't laugh and pull the chair out from underneath them. Somebody
I'm
could
psyching
have
myself out that I have something weird going on in my throat from the walrus tooth.
You're totally psyching yourself out.
Folks, this is
You want me to, should I put it in my mouth now? I'll put it in my mouth. You finish your what did you do at that campsite?
Okay. Thank you. You know, you're a real one, man. Jesus Christ. It's like it's your tongue. It's like you're, oh my God. It's like you licked the wrong fucking toad. Jesus. Okay.
It is not. I don't.
I literally rinsed my mouth out with
really
salt water.
dirty. It's really dirty.
Yeah. You are a real one, though.
Thank you.
You are a real
You
one.
tell them what you did bad to that campsite.
Okay, goddamn. I wanted to be here with you. Now it's just me and them, and I have to. Okay.
Salty too. It's a little salty.
Okay, it's not good. It's graphic. Here's my thing. When I go to a campsite, I do not like the condition of most campsite restrooms, especially not a campsite porta potty. So what I do is I just go out all natural. I shit in the woods. I have a method. I usually find a tree potentially, and I get my shorts and I don't piss on myself because I have when I started in this game, and you don't want to make that mistake a third time. So, folks, it really is the true way. Be respectful. Find a place to do it. Cover it like an animal,
You pooped at the campsite on the ground.
I pooped on the ground at the campsite.
I knew you pooped on the ground at the campsite.
I
You did
have
cover
to.
it?
No, I did, but
Did you just put leaves over it?
I literally just put leaves over it. And folks, the problem was, I was literally gonna have a lower intestine hemorrhage or whatever. It was the worst pain I'd ever felt. I was like, oh my God, it's like Reno 911 right now. And I went over to the fucking.
How are you
You're
so
good.
tall right
You're good.
now? Oh,
yeah,
there
I
it
was.
is.
Yeah,
Okay.
you would have been good though.
I mean,
strong ass
I'm
toes.
scared. You
You
got
got strong ass.
I've got strong ass toes, but I'm just worried about shattering your
Right.
femur.
No, hey,
You got a strong ass femur
Yeah,
though.
thank
I'm
you,
not
thank
trying
you.
to talk any shit about your femur.
But yeah, so I didn't and then once the shit's there, I mean, I don't have tools. I can't. There's nothing I can do, so I cover with the leaves.
No. So what you do? You don't have tools. There are sticks everywhere though. You get a stick that's
Dude,
about this big
it
around.
was there was no wrangling that with a stick. You
Was
try.
it just like a spray? Was
It
just
wasn't
like,
a spray, but it was like.
was it
I would have
liquid?
thought. What?
Was it liquid?
Essentially.
It was essentially.
Essentially. I mean, yeah, it wasn't. There's. I
So
mean.
what you do? In my
Okay,
opinion,
yeah.
and tell me. If
It
I'm
was a
wrong.
lot of leaves. I put a lot of leaves.
In my
there.
opinion.
I did put a lot of leaves.
I mean that's.
I
But
could have
you-
put more leaves. I literally could have put more leaves.
How far was the bathroom?
The porta potty, which would have been potentially fucked, it would have been 3 times the distance. And I'm talking about a distance of like 7 seconds. I literally could not make it.
Oh, you were gonna have explosive diarrhea.
Yes. It was in the morning.
Okay.
It was in the morning.
Okay.
And yeah. So that's why I did that one thing.
So here's my really quick though. Here's
Okay,
my fix.
go ahead,
Here's my
go ahead,
fix.
go
Because
ahead,
I've
go
done this with dog shit. I've never done it with my own because I'm not a fucking savage. But,
Okay, sure.
So you get a stick.
But folks, comment below. Am I crazy for just not wanting to use the campsite restrooms and trying to find an alternative? If I can seal it?
If you didn't have explosive diarrhea, then you're fucking crazy. If you did have explosive diarrhea, then you're
Are
not
you
crazy.
fucked? Really?
Yeah. If I find
Have you ever shit in a porta potty and had that shit that sploosh back up inside your ass?
Here's the deal.
That's
I
fucked.
don't like porta potties, but I like stumbling on human feces inside the forest near a pathway less.
But I'm talking about if you bury it or conceal it in a better way. If it's near a tree, you like have a good mound of dirt.
I mean, I
only
think
like
that's
a dog
fair.
would find it.
Here's the thing: if you're in the forest, I think you're aces. If you're in a campsite, I think you're not fucking aces. I think you're not aces. But you use a stick that's about 2 inches wide. We're talking about about a dick girth. We're talking about a dick girth.
In your dreams.
In my
Go
dreams.
ahead.
And then you use it to carve a trench, a hole. You use the stick to carve a trench or a hole. Because you're dealing with peat moss here. You know, you're not dealing with hardpan. You're dealing with peat moss here. Okay? So you're going to take the 2-inch stick and you're going to dig a trough.
You need to
You're
quit
gonna
being
dig a
so
trough.
rueful right now.
You're going to dig a trough. And now even if you've already shit on the ground, what you're going to do is you're going to take the stick and you're going to scrape the top layer into the trough. And then you're going to fucking move the dirt back on the top.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's-
It's not a shovel, but it is a shovel.
Yeah. You are very responsible with your pet excrement.
I normally just get it, but when I don't have
Excrement.
something, I fucking get it. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry about that.
I was walking with my neighbor talking the other day, and
I do have more about
she's
the
an
camping.
older lady. She's an older lady, and her dog pooped, and she was like talking to me and my son Lupin when she was picking it up, and she left like 70% of the shit on the ground. And I was like, do I say, hey, D, there's still a bunch of shit on the ground.
Yeah.
Or do I not? And then
Right.
what I'm gonna tell you next.
That's
is-
because she was such a nice old lady.
She's so nice. I love her. I love her.
Fuck.
But here's the deal.
You bitch!
I was pondering what to do about it when she took the bag. You know, here's your bag, and there's poop in it. Here's the top. She grabbed it on both sides, and she started to spin. Okay? She started to fucking spin. And you know what she did? She sealed up that doggy bag by fucking spinning it over itself over and over and over again. Now, here's something that a lot of people do. A lot of people fucking tie off their doggy bags. I can't do that. That's fucking gross. I can't fucking do
Tie it off? What do you mean?
They like squeeze the air out and they fucking tie it off around their fingers, and I'm like,
yeah.
no,
No,
not
I
for
do-
me.
I do know that.
But when
I
I
do
saw her do that, I forgot all about the shit on the ground, and I said, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?" And she's like, "What? What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "What you just did, it's changed my life forever. I'm now a man who can seal up a doggy bag."
Yeah.
And you know what I did?
You
2 days
picked up
ago,
her shit?
I didn't pick up her shit.
Oh. That would have been
That would
the
have been
ultimate
super.
one.
That would have been the ultimate one.
You were like, because I care.
I didn't pick up the shit, but I did do that. I
You-
used that
2
method
days
2
ago?
days ago.
I went to her
I
house.
went to her house. I got the dog shit. I went to her house.
Oh my god.
I found an urn from her parents, and I smeared the shit all over the urn. And
It's
then
like
I
a
wrote-
nice guanu. It was almost
Yeah,
like guanu
yeah.
style.
It kind of looked, as it dries, it looks good. Anyways, for the rest of your campsite story.
So I just wanted to share, these. Okay, wait, fuck. Okay, so 2 things really quick. So I did the shit. There also was these hot springs and they're like, they were these hot springs, hot tub, and you weren't supposed to bring.
If you shit in the hot springs.
No, it's a hot tub. No.
Look at the face he just made though, folks, and tell me, do you think he shit in the hot tub? Comment below. Comment below. With that face, do you think you shit in the hot tub?
Jesus.
Comment below.
I pissed in the hot tub. I had to pee. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I didn't. This is not even bad. It's just a culmination. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Cool Man Nation.
It's a Cool Man Nation, and I'm trying to.
We're renaming the brew. We're renaming
Cool
the brew.
Man
Cool
Nation.
Man Nation.
Welcome to Cool Man Nation. We are a band that is also a Cool Man group.
Cool. I'm like a Blue Man group. Cool Man group.
You know,
I'm
just
like
thinking. We just had drinks. They said no beverages. We had drinks. We didn't spill anything.
That's fine.
It was
as long
fine.
As you haul it out.
But that with the shit, and then the next day, I accidentally dropped
sexually assaulted a park ranger.
I dropped a tea bag on. No, I dropped a quarter in the toilet, and I didn't want to pick it up. I was changing. Dropped the quarter.
I mean, I think
I didn't want to pick it up, so I just flushed it.
I think,
and it was my first night on the road trip, and I was just thinking, I was rude at that campsite. Like the shitting, the drinks when I'm not including no drinks, and then the quarter.
If you didn't shit, all of that would be fine. If you didn't shit, all
like
of that
I shouldn't
would be
even
fine.
feel bad about the
You
other
shouldn't feel bad.
Like,
Don't
really?
pretend
it's
that
not
you're
even
that
a comment.
exactly. Yeah.
No, listen. Okay.
Should we call the campsite and have you apologize live on the air? Monday Brew.
Fuck. Maybe
Monday
we
Brew,
should.
have you call.
Maybe we should.
That would be
oh
really
my
funny.
god. They're gonna be like, what if they're like, where did you shit? Like, they haven't found it yet.
So that we can draw.
Because they would know.
And there can be a treasure hunt. We'll offer him $200 to take a video and send it to us. If you can find the shit, we'll send you $200. We're gonna draw you a fucking map.
Oh my god. Give me. I remember like the fucking back of my hand. I remember every place I shit. That's one of my things.
That's one of my big few redeeming qualities. Is he remembers every single place he's ever shit.
Okay, so that was one campsite. The next campsite is there are people that live at campsites permanently. Like it's kind of a
Are you
weird.
talking about camper campsites or like in a tent campsite?
Sometimes, and I thought that a lot of these didn't like exist, but on this last road trip I found.
I feel like I have walrus poisoning too now.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's actually fucking terrifying.
I did go for the second washout, and my mouth.
I went for the second washout. Do you want to wash out again?
I don't want.
Is it too late for you?
It's fucking way too late for me.
Okay, there was a guy that lived there, and he came over to talk to us one night about our music being too loud, and we were making quesadillas. I found this like s'more maker. It's like this little thing that you can clamp down, and so I was like making quesadillas with it, and it was pretty awesome. They were pizza quesadillas, like, and a
Is it like cast iron? You put it in the fire?
No, it's like got to like grate. It's like a grate until the fire goes. Yeah. It's a good.
I think
REI.
that's for fucking anything. I mean, you do hot dogs.
Exactly.
And that bitch, you can
I said s'mores. I'm never gonna use this for s'mores. We did use it for s'mores. It was okay, but it was
s'mores.
Different.
You gotta be in the right fucking mood for s'mores as an adult.
Yeah. I mean, I used to not give a fuck about s'mores, but then the last like 3 years, I was like, oh, s'mores are actually
pretty good.
They're too good.
You know what I could see on s'mores? Peanuts.
I could definitely play ball.
You know what I'm saying? It's Rocky Road without the ice cream.
Sure.
It's a Rocky Road without the ice cream. Thank you.
We need to get into food products. That's one of the end games.
I really want to push the envelope on this alcoholics beer a little bit. And I was talking to a friend who's also an alcoholic, and I told him about it, and he was like, "Okay, that would sell."
The 6-pack?
The 6-pack, yeah. So the idea, and we found the name.
One at a time.
Just a buzz beer, or just the buzz beer, like just the tip, just the buzz.
Okay, just the buzz.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or just buzz beer.
You
know.
I like buzz beer better.
Or just buzz. Anyways,
it
starts off
buzz pack.
Buzz pack. Oh, buzz pack. Buzz pack. It sounds like
I'm gonna pick up a buzz pack.
In like you know, there's like
it's a good idea.
Something pack. What is it? The something.
The Taco
pack?
12 pack.
The Taco 12. Your mind's in the bell. There's something pack. There's something pack. It's like a strong political organization. Like there's all these packs. You know, you ever hear about that political?
Oh yeah, like super pack.
Super pack. Like all this shit. I'm just imagining like the The buzz, but the year is like 2070, and like they're buzz packs now.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
It's like because we're. I mean, can you imagine like TikTok?
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine? Oh, I'm about to get really old right now. Can you imagine the TikTok generation
Being
running the government,
right.
being in fucking Congress?
Right, I know.
Somebody throw a fucking pitchfork through my face. Yeah, I'm a fucking.
He's
piece
done.
Of shit. I'm
He's
done.
cooked.
I'm cooked. I'm out.
No, you caught it. You caught it.
I did catch it. I did catch
But
it.
it was so close.
It was really close.
No, I mean, I think about that shit all the time. But, you know, people be growing up.
People be growing up.
When you're 25, that is way different than when you're 30. I feel like when you're younger, I mean, obviously, when you're younger, the differences are just way more drastic for each year.
Sure.
And then as you age, when you're like 50 to 60, that's pretty different. But 60 to 70, I guess that's pretty different too. Fuck it. Fuck me. Anyway, this guy came over. He was trying to make us turn down the shit. And he was like...
The music?
Yeah, the music. And he was like nice. But he pulled up. He came over, short guy, grizzly beard, gray hair. Kind of reminded me of your dad, actually.
Okay.
And he was just here.
Sneaked on us.
Then sneaked up.
peeping.
He sneakoed. And he came up and he had like in his camo Carhartt jacket like his hand. But I felt like it was like...
He's got a gun.
It was just fucking weird. And he just came up like all sidewalking. And then like it was like out of the shadow. It was like a comedy movie where like something scary. And then it's like the shadow is unveiled and then it's like something like funny.
Something goofy, yeah.
Because he was like, hey, yo, would you guys mind just keeping it down a little bit? And I was like, oh, yeah, like, totally, not a problem. Like, sorry about that. And then he's like, he starts like talking. And then he's like, oh, what you got going over there? He's like, oh, we're making some quesadillas. He's like, oh, come on, man. And we're like,
how do you interpret that? How did you interpret that?
We interpreted it as he wants a quesadilla.
Did you give him a quesadilla?
No, and the reason I didn't is because I could tell right off the bat this man was a motherfucker, stayer, talker, never leaver.
Motherfucker, stayer, talker, never leaver.
I cannot with that shit.
He really can't.
Soul. If you have no
and it's hard
etiquette,
because I am a motherfucker.
but you're
stayer, talker,
funny and
never
entertaining
leaver.
and smart and insightful and sexy and
God damn. What are you doing after the brew?
But you know what I mean? Like motherfuckers that just are so dull and just I don't even know what it's not even for them. It's not for me. I don't know who it's for. He actually seemed like he had a kind heart, but it was late.
But he was a fucking dumb piece of shit. He was a fucking dumb piece of shit. Get him out of here. Put him in the dumpster.
You
know what you should have done?
Listen, if I could just be like, if I could be like,
equidistant to where you did shit, you should have just gone shit on his fucking
this was a
chest
different
while
one.
he was sleeping.
I didn't shit at this campsite, but I was prepared to. Luckily, in the morning, I didn't have to. Okay. But it's only in the morning, by the way. I should preface this. It's only in the morning when that happens.
Okay.
I will actually never not shit in a normal place, other than in the morning.
This is one of the other redeeming qualities about this guy. Other than in the morning, he'll always shit in a normal place, and he always remembers his shits. Those are his two redeeming qualities.
I mean, we have to have strengths, folks.
We have to have strengths, because otherwise, what do we have?
So this guy,
a lot of shit.
This guy, he's like, "Come on, man." What the quesadilla? And they're like, yeah, no, so it's going to be pretty good. We're excited about it. It's good. I can't remember if we'd eaten it or hadn't not, but he's commenting on it, and then he's like,
give me a fucking quesadilla.
No, he's like,
he's got his hand in his
no,
pocket.
but then he just keeps talking about all these random things. He's like, oh, yeah, hopefully they're not doing the fireworks out here, or hopefully we don't have to worry about Josh's dogs. Like, started talking to me about and so I thought
he lives at the campsite.
He lives at the campsite.
You know he lives at the
now
campsite.
I am
now.
understanding he lives
now
at the campsite.
Now that Josh's dogs
have
is
entered
a
the
fucking
equation.
very serious part of this man's life.
Yes, absolutely. And he's talking to me about him, like commiserating.
I'm just imagining it's more like a vampire show, vampire like werewolf situation where like he really mundanely says Josh's dogs and you're like
and then that's the code word?
And then
I get
like,
ripped
later
apart?
that night like Josh's dogs show up and it's
it's more like beware of Josh's dogs. He's like, he does have a gun, it's to keep his family
it's
safe.
To protect
he's
him
got,
and you.
He's literally got silver bullets.
Silver bullets for those dogs. Josh's dogs.
So he starts talking, and I'm trying to get him to like leave, but I'm not having a bad time. But I can tell if we give an inch, he's gonna take a mile.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, oh yeah, no, we don't mind turn it down at all. Like, sorry about that. We'll turn it off actually, and it's getting late, so no worries. And then he's like, I don't even care. You guys keep it on. You guys are good. You guys are good.
He was trying to pivot for a throuple.
He was trying to do something, man. He's like, you guys are fucking. These are good. And they're like, oh no, we're good. And then we kept like being like, all right, well, have a good night. And then he like, I think at least once, maybe twice, like did the thing where he like walked away and then turned around and was like, and we're like, haha, yep, all right. And then at the very last second,
Jeff, literally, you guys, he cannot handle this shit. Like, this is too much for him. It's a pet. It's a serious fucking.
At the very last second, he's walking. It's dark. He trips on one of our fucking tent lines and just catapults into the ground. His glasses fall off of him.
You're like, we're fucked. He lives with us now. He lives with us now.
Yeah.
Started
it was like we like run over. I open him up. I like rub his shoulder. I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay? His glasses are like hanging off. He's like oh my god.
How long did he stay after he fell?
He left immediately after. I was like, all right, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
You pat him on the bottom.
Yeah, basically. But folks, that's the type of shit that can happen at a campsite.
Yeah, I have way worse shit at campsites. I've got.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, this. Okay, so we didn't even really get into.
Well,
this,
okay, really quick, because that was at a campsite. We've gotten. So
that was literally a 15-minute. We barely did any news today.
Okay. So I've been at a campsite before with raving fucking lunatics on drugs. That was fun. But I was at a campsite where a guy fell into a bonfire. And burned like a fuckload of his skin off. Like looked like a monster. His arm was like horribly burnt. His other arm was like pretty burnt. And he just like stayed blackout drunk for like 48 hours and just stayed. And was like jumping off.
Wait, what do you mean stayed?
He didn't go to the hospital. He didn't go to the doctor. They had like shitty gauze wrapping and like, but his face was all fucked up and like. He stayed and he just got blackout drunk and was just like hanging out. And it was like kind of freaky. Everyone was like, you should go to a hospital for sure. But he was like, like his friends definitely should have been like,
we're taking you to the hospital.
Jimothy, you need to calm the fuck down. We're going to a hospital. They didn't.
God.
Second night, somehow the guy's already been burnt to a crisp. He's been blackout drunk for 2 days. He's obviously like riding like the hardest hangover. Somebody just decides to beat the fuck out of him.
What?
Beat the ever-living fuck out of him.
Why?
And it's like 1 a.m. and everybody's like going to bed in their fucking campsites. And we just start
Imagine
hearing
getting
like...
beaten with open wounds, folks.
We just start hearing like shrieking like, oh my god, you go fucking kill him! You go fucking kill him! So like, I wake up, my dad wakes up, a bunch of people wake up, and we all go over there.
That was
and
his
there's
girl?
just a guy, yeah, that was his girl and some other people. And there's just a guy beating the fucking shit out of him and nobody's doing anything. They've got like 12 people there and they're just like, wow, that is rough what he's doing to that guy. And we call the park rangers and the park rangers are like, we just don't really deal with shit like that. They didn't come down. They're like, you guys sort it out yourselves.
Damn, that's awesome. Good for the park ranger. Good for the park ranger.
So that same park ranger also pulled my dad over and gave him a ticket. And after that, my dad has problems with park rangers. My dad has problems with politicians.
Park rangers are fucking cucks. They actually are cunts, dude. They're cunts.
Yeah, cuck cunts.
I didn't have to fuck with any of them at the I was in Grand Tetons National Park and Yellowstone.
And if you're a park ranger and you're watching this,
don't continue to be a park ranger. You can turn your life around. You're still young enough.
There's recovery programs.
There is a way for you to actually
I just joined Refuge Recovery. There's
Could
Park
be good.
Ranger Recovery too. Park Ranger Recovery too. It just involves letting wild animals sleep with your wife a lot less.
You have to let a raccoon give your wife cunnilingus. And that might be uncomfortable for some folks.
No, that's what park rangers are already doing.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Did we read a news story about that?
We didn't read a news story about that. One thing we do on the news, guys, is we read violent news.
Brews.
Fuck. We read violent brews.
Okay, so man was arrested after he allegedly bashed the woman's head into a tree stump because she woke him up on her way to the bathroom.
Yowzas.
Campsite. Deputies on routine patrol in the area were dispatched regarding a verbal disturbance and possible battery. When a deputy arrived, he found the victim extremely shaken up, with spots of blood on her hands, arms, and legs.
Well,
The
if he was
report
bashing
said.
her head, what about her head?
What about her head? She
You
said
never clean the blood up until the cops get there. That's like a hard and fast rule. Everybody
that's a
knows that.
big one. She pointed to the back of her head, which was covered in soaking wet blood. Deputies said they immediately requested emergency medical services. How could you do this to me? The woman shouted at the man from a distance, Mr. Eric Barr.
Mr. Eric Barr.
We
We can dox the bad ones. We've
Well, and this
determined that.
is. I mean, he looks like a homeless man.
Yeah, but he
He doesn't look horrible though.
He looks like he could be like a, and I'm not saying anything bad about general contractors, but he looks like he's a pretty good general contractor, just a really bad person. And that's
right. He looks like
general
one of those
contractors.
homeless guys that like 3 weeks ago, one of those like young fresh TikTokers was like, "Yo man, let me fucking fade you up, bro. For real, no care. Let me fade." Have you seen these videos?
I haven't.
There's like young fresh barbers that like do homeless people haircuts.
Everybody's doing this.
It's actually
everybody's
pretty-
doing this free shit now. Have you guys seen the videos of like, oh hey, I'm gonna come out and
do your lawn shit for free.
yeah, I'm gonna do your lawn shit for free.
for
What is
the
that
TikTok
about?
views.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's-
it's kind of brilliant.
it is.
it's kind of brilliant.
We should probably start doing it. But what service do
What
we offer?
we can do? We'll entertain
cuck
you
you
for
for
free.
free?
We'll cuck you for free.
We'll fuck you for free.
So this is one thing I was thinking about today. Today I was at the ATM and there is, you know when you go to the ATM and there's a phone jack.
JJ Modson says, "What logo are you covering?" That's an upside down cross.
That's an upside down cross.
Yeah, no, he came
Yeah.
straight from the Church of Satan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Like by covering it, somebody's gonna like zoom in on it and like
Look at
Take-
the.
yeah.
Can you see the?
Is
There's
it-
not enough. I'm gonna hold it really tight.
hold it.
No.
Hold it.
You guys might be able to make it out if I really push it
Yeah.
in hard enough.
No. I thought you were helping.
Oh God, no!
You're
I'm
helping
trying
them.
to get- JJ
Fuck.
Modson, I'm getting that imprint for you, JJ.
No
Modson.
no imprint.
Modson,
No imprint.
Screenshot.
No,
We
please
might
don't.
delete this.
No.
Screenshot. Okay, what were you saying?
Yeah, young fresh barbers. I don't know,
Young
but
fresh barbers.
Oh no, shit. Way after that, on ATMs, there's a fucking there's a headphone jack for those that are hard. What does the ATM sound like? So I was thinking we could like sample that sound. We could like make a video and like sample the
Yeah,
sound.
nobody knows.
Nobody knows, or we could just make a. So that led me to think of like, okay, what are the other things that like you don't notice anymore because it's just like, oh, I don't. Yeah, the ATM's got. You don't even fucking register it.
Sure.
That we could just try and make like a series on like, hey, have you ever seen one of these? And then maybe someone is interested in that, and then we have our own fucking.
Here, I'll do it for you.
Give me the walrus too.
No, I
Give me
like
the
that.
fucking
I like
walrus
that.
tooth.
But put it back in. Put it back in. Oh, in other news, fully functional ocarina over here. I'm teaching Lupin to play it.
Oh, nice.
I fucked it up.
I would feel dirty using headphones on some random jack. Well, I mean, you can clean the prong. You can clean the prong.
but you can never clean.
But you
the
can
jack.
never, you can never clean the jack, or else you'll
Yeah.
back up the electronics. They should have a little prong cleaning station. That's a very good point.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
We
Instead of
install.
doing it.
That would actually kind of be funny. Wait, that would actually kind of be funny because you
Brotherwife little
prong cleaning stations
the most
for your.
the most useless fucking
Should we-
service ever.
Because we're doing a public service,
We are.
so right like.
It would be really funny if we got like in legal trouble for that somehow.
Defacing property.
Defacing,
I
yeah,
mean,
defacing.
we're literally defacing an ATM.
Oh my God, that's a good point, Monson. They don't have condoms for 3.5 mil jacks.
Not
Why
yet.
Not yet.
That's a hole
Not
in the
yet.
market.
That is.
Okay,
That is.
I just thought of an idea today, and
Okay.
and JJ Madsen, please don't steal my idea, or dox me. So, okay, wait, actually, I can't even type.
keep
No,
pushing.
my idea is gonna like literally, basically dox myself.
Okay, dox yourself then. Dox yourself. I mean, you're fucking doxed, bro.
Yeah, people. I mean,
You're doxed.
yeah. Okay, well, if you work in a building and there's a lot of,
Let's say you happen to work in a building.
let's say you happen to work in a building,
And this building.
any type of building.
Any type of building.
I actually don't have to dox myself. Any type of building, you're getting shipments. You're getting boxes like left and right and hoo-ha and who knows what how. But what do you do when you have too many boxes and you need to dispose of them? Will you flatten them? Of course. You gotta flatten. It's 2023. We're all flattening. But folks, why is there not just a long, thin box bin that you can like affix to a wall? And you know, you can just put your boxes in there. Because we've all had the box slump. The dreaded box slump. We've had these problems. Gets wet. You got soggy boxes.
See, do you want to know my secret?
I want a box bin.
This is a deep dark secret of mine.
For ones that are too big to fit into the shit.
I wait for the boxes to get wet.
Oh, you like a wet box?
I love a wet box. You give me a dry box.
Okay.
I've been trying to. I want to get better at making like puke gagging sounds.
I'm waiting to copy. Fuck! God damn.
Give me a dry box.
Jesus Christ.
Give me a wet box.
The woman ultimately told deputies the bar, quote, hit me with a stump. She hesitated at first, but then said Barr, quote, bashed her head against a stump, and she, quote, wasn't going to sugarcoat it anymore.
Like she's been hiding this for, it's been 7 minutes.
She was valiant for 7 minutes.
She really
it was 7 minutes in hell.
7 minutes in hell. So
deputies found a log on the ground that had blood on it next to a bottle of liquor.
So I just think hit me with a stump is a lot more impressive than bashed her head into the stump. I mean, he does have to get her next to the stump. You have to
pick up a stump. Are you unearthing the stump?
Exactly. I mean, if he got the stump out on his own...
Is it like many men tried to pick the stump up and hit her, but only he could...
This is Excalibur. And the police were like, I'm sorry, man. We have to let him go.
He literally is the... He actually is the chief of police now.
Yeah. And then it's... kills her for trying to...
And well, somebody's trying to, like, should we take her out, boss? He's like, no. Let me take care of this
Stump King will deal with it.
Next
news story.
Do
you have more? Is it good?
Well, the Eric Barr agreed to speak to deputies after first being read his Miranda rights. He said they had gone... I left out it said being read his Miranda rights. They're like, they read them.
Yeah.
At least we had to believe that they didn't. Anyway, he said... They'd gone to bed about 10 p.m. after drinking, but the woman woke up to go to the bathroom. She woke him up, the report said. She also broke the zipper on the tent they were sleeping in. And at some point, quote, it messed up the tent to where it began to break down and collapse, said Barr. He said he was inside the tent when the woman hit her head and denied having played any part in it, the report said. He also said there was no argument between them.
That's a good move.
He's been arrested and transported to the Marion County Jail.
That's a good move, but he I think he goes.
He fought to the end. He fought to the end.
He goes for the innocent plea. Stump King. You can't.
King.
You can't. What are you gonna do?
It's like Scott.
You can't jail the Stump King.
Okay, I do have one more news story.
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
We gotta hit it quick. We've got.
Just a couple minutes here.
We got 7 minutes.
Surveillance video shows suspected gunman shooting inside of the Las Vegas luxury condo complex. I mean, goodness. Let's see here.
Goodness.
Let's see
Take
here.
it good.
Do we not have our two-door system?
Look at this. Maybe
I feel like somebody has breached our two-door system.
The two-door system has been breached. We've got 2 doors in between us and the chaos that is my life. I think you invented trash chutes.
No,
actually didn't
not
invent
trash chutes. Not trash chutes.
Because
have you ever had a foul trash chute? Have you ever had a goddamn... Recycling's not as bad. Trash chutes getting blocked is no fucking laughing matter. I have to laugh by motherfuckers being selfish and stupid. By motherfuckers literally thinking that something about physics is different.
Wait a second. How many trash chutes have you dealt with in your life?
Enough.
Because I've dealt with zero. I don't think I've ever seen a fucking trash chute in my life.
Good. You're a good man then.
So something is happening very differently between my life and your life. And I don't know. Is it on multi-story buildings have trash chutes?
I'm trying to get like you.
Are there commercial buildings that frequently have trash chutes because they're multi-story?
It's trying not to dox myself.
I know. I'm trying to get you to dox yourself.
Okay, well, I used to work at a condo in downtown Seattle. It was a high-rise.
Okay.
And trash chutes got clogged there because contractors would throw shit down there, angular shit. It only takes one little blockage. And then 24 fucking floors of shit. And
builds up.
It's like a dirty worm.
And
It's like
nobody
poop. It's like
knows.
building poop.
So how
it's
do you-
literally building poop.
How do you? It is literally.
It's literally building poop.
That's kind of nice. Okay, how do you clear that out? Do you send Bruce up it? Do you send little Bruce in the back?
That
of the
was
bath?
luckily I didn't have to fuck with that too much. I just dealt with the smell. I dealt with a lot of shit being altered because of it. I dealt with a lot of really unhappy
So
people.
did you have to have like a trash service that went like floor to floor?
Dude, like so many hours, dollars, like brainstorming,
How long did it
workshopping.
take to deal with the fucking?
Well, it happened like 3 fucking times.
Was this like a 10-hour fix or was this like a multi-day fix?
Multi-day fix. Multi-day. I mean, imagine like you have to fucking find out where it started. Then you have to fucking like figure out how to like root it out. And then a lot of times it'll like damage the actual shoot. Oh my god, one time, oh my god, this is so fucking funny. So one time one of the contractors was there and he was showing me like, cause the shoot had been like, the elbow had like literally like just exploded. Somehow, because somebody like dropped from like the 29th floor or something like an anvil or something. I don't fucking know. And like, so it exploded. And so that's actually what happened this time. The elbow, for whatever reason, it had an elbow. It exploded and then it got caught. So that's why, the first time that's why it happened.
Okay.
And he showed me the fucking pictures. Contractor, this was a big building. I deal with a lot of like logistical things, you know.
Jeff, get over here. I gotta show you.
He's like, I never knew this guy. I just found him, and I was like, oh yeah, how's it working?
So, is he a garbage chute contractor?
I don't fucking know. Moral story: he's showing me the shit, and he's like, I gotta show you this. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to see it. And he's like going through his phone, and he scrolls one picture too far, and it's just him taking a picture of a TV screen with tits on it. And he's like, oh, sorry, not that.
Sorry about that. I mean, that
he
was
literally
pretty
took
cool.
a picture in like a hotel room
It's
of like boobs that
it's
came on the TV or
literally-
something like that.
It's literally fucking 2022.
He's got access.
2022.
He's got access to the deepest canals of pornography.
The phone that he's taking the picture on literally is a portal
I
to
don't
fucking
even understand.
the darkest
I literally don't even
parts
understand.
of humanity, and even bestiality.
Yeah, you just have your stuff in it, then move up to the bowling ball.
Then move up to the.
Don't fuck my trash chute, JJ Madsen.
I just feel like
Don't yuck my yum. Don't Dallas my Fort Worth, and don't fucking.
There's gotta
Don't
be
foul my trash
garbage chute specialty contractors. Like
Oh,
somebody's
yeah.
installing. Can you just?
Trash
I mean,
chutes,
it's just such a weird. There's just every weird thing there is. There's somebody that does that.
Yes, that's how you make money.
That's how you make money.
Fucking specialty
You do something
shit
weird
like that.
enough that everybody's like, we just have to pay you.
Even
an
exterminating.
Yeah.
Even exterminating. You'll get proactive extermination services.
Yeah.
There's no problems, and we're just gonna keep it
I
that
pay
way,
for
I guess.
proactive extermination.
Yeah.
I pay 4 times a year, $110 each
Oh,
time.
but you had an ant war for two.
No,
This
I had.
this
I
guy is
mean-
this guy's a DIYer. This guy's a like yippee doo dah. I'm gonna do it myself. He tried to ant war, but he lost
For
to the
like
ants.
literally
It was
12
like
months.
the Vietnam War.
It was like
you
12
literally got
months.
guerrilla warfare
Well, the
by
thing
ants.
is, we made it through the winter. Like we got through one winter, and like we survived the summer, and then we got into the spring, and they came back, and I was like,
You thought that you had won, right?
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Oh my gosh.
I'm done.
Yeah, right.
I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
I got to the point
You
where I
do
took-
need special bait. You do need special
I
bait.
fucking took expanding, and this is a real serious sign.
And I'm gonna give you one
Fucking-
trick and tip in a
just some
second.
stupid ass shit. But I took expanding insulation foam and went along the underside of all the fucking siding on my house to try and keep these motherfuckers out.
Oh, is that
insane.
why? Is
Yeah,
that why?
yeah.
I always wonder what that
At
was
like
about.
2 fucking a.m. one morning, I'm like
No, you didn't.
in a fucking psychotic spell. Yeah, at 2 fucking a.m.
Oh my god.
I'm like, this ends now. I'm gonna fucking. I had 3 cans of expanding foam. I just did everything I could see.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
awful. It caused water to wick up through the foam under the siding and cause a bunch of rot.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
one of the stupidest fucking things I've ever done.
That's fucking hilarious. You need to not kill ants
You need
Don't-
the ants to live.
inside of your body and use you as a host.
Use you
No,
as a host.
don't let ants convince you to kill them. Don't kill ants.
Don't kill ants.
When you kill ants, it makes more ants. It literally emits a pheromone. I learned this from quite a few exterminators.
Well, and what you need is you need the ants to live to take poison back to the nest.
Yes, exactly.
They got to take the poison back.
They gotta take the poison
can't
back.
do shit.
You can't do shit.
Do you want to know?
Shit.
I mean, literally.
Also,
again, this is when I was working like really, really crazy shit. So all of these ant escapades were like at like fucking 12, 1, 2 a.m.
Of course.
And I'm like out in the yard, literally trying to follow the trail of ants with my fucking phone light, and find their nest in the bushes up here. I'm like pushing myself into the bushes as hard as I can, and fucking like 5 years later, I get into this whole conflict with my neighbors about this fence, and they're like, I can't remember how it came up, but they're like, you do a bunch of fucking weird shit at night. You're like planting a fucking garden, like crawling around on your hands and knees, like fucking crawling in your back.
Like the ants.
Shit. The ants.
The ants. Also, bed bugs fucking rape each other. It's horrible. It's horrible. Look into it. It's really scary.
Violent.
We love you.